In the Ungersche Heiser, Arthur was born. That's where Bobby lived.
What was it called?
The Ungersche. That's the Hungarian houses, they call that.
Oh,
I think
okay.
people from Hungary gave a donation and they helped build the place.
So it could very well be that Abraham Wolfinson
Question.
was in Hungary raising money.
Right. If he was in Hungary raising money, he built that house. He got the money to build that house.
So, there's no question that Uncle Arthur's named after this same Avram Wolfinson.
Well, not exactly. There's one other really cool. There are other Abraham Wolfinsons over time because they name after grandparents and great grandparents and that sort of thing. He might have been named after another Abraham Wolfinson. I don't know Uncle Arthur's Hebrew name. Do you?
Anshel.
Anshel. So that probably not. But there's another. Not since you brought Uncle Arthur up. There's a really interesting, a really cool story that I just want to share from the translation, if you don't mind. That I think explains a few things. I just need to find it. So, Stu, did you find the thing yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so go ahead and pull that up.
Okay, do you want me to screen share it? I'm gonna screen share it.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Go ahead and screen share it. That's fine.
Okay. So, this is part of the blog that that this Israeli guy wrote about the Wolfinsons in Israel, and this is at the very bottom of the page, and it says. I couldn't read the handwriting, so I didn't have Alan read it. But it says Dor Aleph, Dor Sheni, Dor Shlishi, Dor Chamishi, and you know it, generation, and it's a list of names. So, right, Dor Lador. So, this is essentially a list of the Wolfinsons.
Wow.
It's the entire genealogy. I was able to read the handwriting, and from that we were able to make a tree.
So who's the last one on there?
So the last ones
on
That you wrote.
the last ones on there are you'll be
Esther
surprised.
Goldberg, right?
You would be surprised. But I will say the following. Stu, if you would show the I know I look funny. Hold on a second.
We haven't even begun to go into the Tidhart Encyclopedia.
Let's
Which
do that
is-
once we show the trees, Stu.
Okay.
But
Should I show them the paper tree?
that's up to you. That's your gift to them.
Okay. Well, this is a very rough copy.
Stu, can you scroll up a little bit, please, on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Stop. Right. Can you make the top image a little bit bigger? Can you make it full screen or whatever it is? Just view the image.
That's as big as it gets.
Okay,
there we go.
or Control Plus will make it bigger. Okay.
I did.
Great. So you see up in where it says Dor Chamishi, that's the upper right, upper left side, I think.
Yeah, and then Shishi.
It goes 7 generations, but the 5th generation mentioned there, Dor Chamishi, number 31 is Dr. Israel Ben Zev Wolfinson, his wife Shoshana, and you'll notice that there are a couple other people there, but
34.
But
32, 33.
right, but Alter Zadie, Mom, your Zadie, who was Uncle Shrilick's brother,
Oldest brother.
is not mentioned in that list. He is either number 32 or
He's
number
not
33.
mentioned?
He's either number 32 or 33. Who else is number 32 or 33?
Like Uncle Mike.
That would be
Other brother. Strelick's other brother.
that would be it, because number 34 is Yaakov Elazar Landau.
Landau. Remember Landau?
Sound familiar?
The guy who published the book.
Right.
So
Must be
So
his
he's-
stepbrothers.
So, well, we've got it.
And,
Actually, I'm going to pull up Genealogy.
Okay, before you do, I just want to say one thing. Since we're talking
Yeah.
about the generations, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Actually, no, I'm not going to pull up the tree yet. I'm going to talk about the Tidhar Encyclopedia.
Okay, good, fine. 1 second. It's all in there. It's all in there. We have it all.
We'll get that.
We have
We'll cover
it all.
everything.
Okay. I just want to say one thing. This is what I was referring to before when I found something in the introduction that Uncle Shrilick did that explains things. We're talking about Avram Wolfinson. After his family died in the earthquake in Sfat, he married a second wife, somebody named Mrs. Shandel, and had another son and another daughter. The daughter's name is Malka. And as of the writing, this is what Dr. Israel Ben-Zev, this is what Uncle Shrilick writes in the introduction. Malka is 97 years old today, and she's well known among the women of Neve Tzedek, which is a neighborhood... in Israel. Neve Tzedek is a neighborhood in Israel, even now. So she's 97 years old and very active in Israel at the time Uncle Shrilick was alive and writing this.
Unbelievable.
It runs in their genes.
So Bubby and Uncle Arthur have...
He didn't know, evidently.
How can he not know if Uncle Shrilick knew?
Uncle Shrilick knew a lot more. Don't forget Zadie left there.
That
Right.
was just...
Okay.
This was written well after Zadie had come to the United States.
Okay, so
He came in 1920.
before I go into any more information, what we want to show off, I guess, or show, is how cool the places where we got our information are. And this is a place that I got to through...
Wait, I want to see, who is Shishi? Who's the generation Shishi?
We'll find out. We'll tell you who the Generation Shishi is. So, we found... So, through the blog, there's a place called the Tidhar Encyclopedia of the Founders of Israel. And it's a book that's got a whole bunch of people and the dates that they were born and a short biography about them. Some of them have longer biographies, some of them have shorter biographies. And this is the page. Well, I'll ask you if you recognize this person.
That's Uncle Shrilick.
That's Uncle Shrilick.
Hold on.
So there's
don't
Dr.
talk.
Israel
Hold on. It hasn't come up on the video yet.
It hasn't?
There it is. Okay.
Okay, so there's Uncle Shrilick. We won't really read it, but you know everything already. It's very cool. This is just an example of what they've got. But anyway, it says, and they even made it a different font when there was a name. So he was born in Jerusalem, and it's got the date that he was born in 1899. To his father, Menachem Wolfinson. Sounds right?
Rabbi Menachem
Okay.
Wolfinson.
Rabbi Menachem Wolfinson. Yeah, you didn't know he was a rabbi. So then I did...
The Home of the Blind.
Right, so he was the one who started the Home for the Blind. And it says that all in his bio, which is also in this encyclopedia. And I'm going to take you there right now, and you're going to freak out a little bit. And here's why. I don't know if you saw this either, Alan.
I don't know either. Let's see.
So here's the page for Menachem Wolfinson.
My Zadie.
Yeah, we have that, Bubby has that
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
That's Menachem Wolfinson. And there's a picture, if I'm not mistaken, it's the entire family, and your father is a little boy wearing a dress.
No,
No?
Yudi is.
Oh, Yudi's
Yudi,
wearing a dress. Okay, so that's Menachem Wolfinson.
Uncle Shrilick.
That's the
Only Arthur and
Wolfinson
Yudi.
face. Look at the nose.
That's right. So there's Menachem Wolfinson, old Menachi. So the way that the coolest way to use this is you go to Browse, and by entry, and it's got a list of everybody alphabetically. And I go to, let's start with Vav, because some of them in this book go by Wolfinson, and some of them go by Ben-Zev.
Right.
So it's pretty much half and half. So if we scroll down to Wolfinson, wait, we forgot the most important part. So let's go back to Menachem. Oops. Menachem Wolfinson. Okay, he was also born in Jerusalem, and there's the date of his birth. He was born in 1871. Okay? To his father, Ben Zion.
That's what my father's name
Named
after.
after.
So now we have his father. Okay, so now let's look at Ben Zion. We go to browse, by entry, Wolfinson, Ben Zion Wolfinson.
Oh, wow, there's a picture.
No, this isn't a picture. This isn't a
That's-
picture of him.
That's the
That's
guy
a
before
picture
him
of-
in
You're
entry.
wearing a weird hat.
Yeah, no. There isn't a picture. That's the earliest picture that we have
Ben
of
Zion.
Ben Zion.
Earliest.
That's not the earliest. So it's the earliest picture we have of Ben Zion. So here's Ben Zion. He was also born in Jerusalem. He was born in 1844.
Okay, so it's 3 generations. Yeah.
Right. Okay, and so 1844 to his father, Rabbi Zev. Remember the guy who was in Jerusalem during the earthquake?
It's his father.
So that would be his father.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, that would be his. So the earthquake happened in 19. So think about this. So actually, we skipped a part of the story that's actually kind of the most dramatic, I guess. So,
Yeah, you should tell it to.
So the earthquake happened in 1837,
Right.
which makes sense because Ben Zion was born in 1844. So Zev survived the earthquake in 1837. Not only did he survive the earthquake, but he was also at least partially medically trained. And so was his half-brother, Yoshua. And they together started a hospital called Bikur, what's it called? Bikur Cholim,
Bikur Cholim, yeah.
Big asylum.
which still exists.
Yeah.
That's right.
So they founded the Bikur Cholim hospital, which was there was a famous man, and I'm going to say his name very soon, and you're going to either recognize his name or you're not going to recognize his name. It was his favorite charity, and his name was Moshe Montefiore.
Montefiore. Yeah, I know him.
Montefiore.
I know of him.
And he
When you were in Israel, you saw the windmills.
and actually, if we go back to the Wikipedia page for Wolfinson, and we go to the English page, it says, as leaders and members of the Parisian community, Rabbi Wolfinson and his descendants had a significant influence on both the history of the Yeshuv HaYashan, which is the old neighborhood, the old
Yeshuv.
settlement,
The old settlement.
Yeshuv settlement, and the subsequent state of Israel, including, and it lists a whole bunch of things that the Wolfinsons have done for Israel, and I'm not going to go through the whole list, but one of them is running the Moses Montefiore windmill in Jerusalem. So
Don't
Don't,
tell
don't,
people
don't be so proud of that,
He
Stu.
knows all this stuff.
what?
Don't be so proud of that.
Yeah, don't tell too many people that.
The windmill in
Okay.
Jerusalem was built the wrong direction. It never worked.
Okay.
He was a very wealthy man.
We'll cut this out of the video.
So we talked about how Zev and Yoshua were medically trained. Another one of their achievements was that Yoshua Wolfinson founded the first Jewish pharmacy in Palestine.
Oh,
Ah,
drugs.
cool.
So okay, we're not there yet. So slow down.